06.84. Now then, the lineup: USA, Netherlands, Australia, Germany, Poland and New Zealand. Some tight racing today. Australia and Germany within 0.3 of a second in terms of time difference between their respective heats. Over in lane 1, the United States, Megan Calmo in the 3-seat, bronze medalist at the London 2012 Olympics. Here are the Netherlands in lane 2. Bronze medals at the Lucerne and Bled World Cups and silver medal at the Euro Championships. Here's Australia though, so they narrowly missed out on a medal at the World Championships in Amsterdam last year. To these guys, Germany in lane 4, world champions last year. Anna-Katrine Thiele, Karina Behr in the 2-seat and Lisa Schmidler in the stroke seat. Poland are in 5, bronze medalists at the European Championships this year. And completing the field in lane 6, New Zealand missed out at a medal at the World Championships last year, keen to make amends for that here today. Right, moments away from the start of this race, they're under attention. And they are off in this A-final for the women's quadruple sculls.
And this has been a long time to wait for the two crews in the centre lanes, Germany and Australia. They won their heats back on Monday and they've been paddling around doing pieces, and there's the Germans, favourites for this race. Sarah.
And Australia seeing this as their first real opportunity to perhaps take out the world champions in this event. The last time Australia won the world championship in the women's quad was actually back in 2003, but there seems to be some kind of an issue with the Australian boat. They're well out of contention 200 metres in, so it looks like someone may have caught a crab.
We're looking at Lisa Schmidler, the stroke of the German crew. We don't see the Australians. They're rowing up there at 39 strokes a minute, trying to make out for lost time, and that wasn't in shot, but as Sarah Cook said, with a sort of worried look on her face, the Australians are off the back, and that is a disaster for them personally. They'll fight their way back into the race, but gone are the hopes of the gold medal, and these women will take advantage of that. So in the stroke seat, it's the little oarsman from Crayfelder, only 5'8" Lisa Schmidler. Behind her, Marie-Catherine Arnold, and then the fastest sculler, the tall Karina Behr in the 2-seat. She won the trials, and then in the bow seat, the little Anna-Katrine Thiele. Had to be content with coming in behind Behr in the German singles trials, but they've been unbeaten this season and they'll go through 500 metres in the lead.
Look at that though, so the field is already very spread out. USA in second, Poland in third. It's quite tight for that silver medal, but really making the best of it so far. Germany are starting to stomp their authority in this race. USA clinging with them, but not by a large margin.
And in the American boat in the 3-seat is Megan Calmo. She announced last night on social media that this would be her last World Championships after racing her first back in 2005 at the under-23s. So aiming obviously to stop rowing after the Olympic Games next year. So putting it all out on the line, and the Americans are currently sitting in that second position.
Yeah, that's a shot from the drone that's flying in behind the crews, I suspect. And we're getting, you can see the chevron, the Germans out in front. Over there on lane 1. They came second in their repechage, so they're in an outside lane. Over at the top of your screen, New Zealand are the outside lane on this side as the drone flies around behind to give us a fantastic view of this beautiful lake that the rowers, this iconic venue. And what are the USA doing up there? Have they pulled level with the Germans?
They certainly have. It looks like they've really put in a solid last 300 metres. They're pulling out in front of Germany now, and just off the right of your screen, getting back into this race, Australia doing exceedingly well, striking only 33 in comparison to the higher rates across the rest of the field. They've got a very high boat speed. You can see their bow ball nudging back into this race. Some determination from those girls to get back in it after what looked like a disastrous start.
But in the USA boat, they're currently level with the Germans. In the bow seat, Amanda Elmore, and in the 2-seat, Tracy Iser. They were in the crew that won the medal last year, so they're currently sitting in front of Germany, the world champions.
So Poland look to be in third place at the moment, but actually Australia are coming up hot on their heels, still only striking 33 to Poland's 37, which is a vast difference, and they're maintaining the same boat speed or thereabouts. But USA really getting to grips with this race and now out in front of Germany.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot going down. Amanda Elmore in the bows, and then going down the boat you can see Megan Calmo, the 3-woman just behind the stroke woman there, and it's a marvellous real testament to the guts. And Calmo looks across and she's really said this World Championships is no respecter of reputations, and she's really made her home in this women's quad. It's probably maybe not the choice that most people thought she would go for, maybe the American women's 8, but the women's quad are now leading this crew, the German world champions, and the USA have really laid down the gauntlet.
This is absolutely unbelievable. They're moving out to what's going to be soon almost a boat length over Germany, the world champions. As you say, Martin, no respect there. The Poles currently in third position. They had a great repechage the other day, but Australia in fourth, desperate to get themselves back in the action.
They really are the movers, this Australian boat. They're getting right back in there. I'm amazed at how well they've been doing considering their disastrous start, up to fourth at the 1,000. We're about to go through 1,500 and they've got such a margin of overlap with Poland. They could well get into bronze shortly.
Look at the distance the Americans have put on the Germans. They're almost going for clear water. This is unbelievable. And Laurel Korholtz, the quietly spoken coach of the American crew, must be smiling now. I'm sure she's been nervous and absolutely on tenterhooks, but we haven't seen this form at all in the regatta, Sarah.
And the Australians trying to get themselves back in over Poland. Kerry Hoare in the 3-seat of that crew. As I said, the last time Australia won this was 2003. Kerry was in that boat and her 3 crewmates, Amber Bradley, Jane Robinson, Dana Foletic, at home watching her race. All have children now of their own, so they're so excited to see Kerry here racing, going for her 4th Olympic Games in the quadruple scull, which is totally remarkable. But Poland holding on to that bronze medal at this stage.
Unbelievable form from this American women's quad. Calmo always believed in them. You can read her blogs, and that's exactly what she's been saying online. And really the promise of those blogs is being delivered out in front of you. That is Elmore, Isa, Calmo and Coffey in the lead with less than 250 metres to go.
They're absolutely dominating now. It looks as though they may be close to that full length ahead, but still very much in this. Australia battling it out for such a tight one for that bronze medal. Coming up to the last 150 metres though, America so well out in front, 3/4 of a length up on Germany.
Calmo, world champion in under 23 in the women's 4 in 2005. Her last world championships. Will she be world champion in the women's quad 10 years on?
It looks like she's just about going to do it. This battle for bronze is really hotting up towards the line. Netherlands, Australia, Poland, all neck and neck coming up towards the last 20 metres. America are going to win this world championship title for the women's quadruple sculls ahead of Germany for silver, and the Netherlands have come back out of nowhere to take the bronze ahead of Australia and Poland. What a finish there. What a finish for America, constantly throughout building their lead. 6:27.07, world champions in the women's quadruple sculls ahead of Germany for silver, and the Netherlands take the bronze.
And that has been such a long time coming. And you can see the camera there on Olivia Coffey, the woman from Watkins Glen, New York. Anna Catherine Thiele holds her head in her hands. They lost the boat. We didn't really talk about these 4 women, but the crew put together, especially since the disappointment by Josie Verdonks of last year's World Championships. But there are the ecstatic Americans. Megan Calmo just waving to the opposition there. The ex-Husky, Washington, is in her heart, and there you see driving the crew to the finish, and amazing rhythm set by Olivia Coffey. And I think you'll see Amanda Elmore just fall back in the bows as the Americans cross the line. The woman from West Lafayette, Indiana.
Looked like she actually caught a crab crossing the
Well,
line there,
I just
but her
think
blade inverted.
She heard the buzzer, and that's it. I'm world champion. And
That's all you need.
There's a great shot of Olivia Coffey from Watkins Glen, New York. Really so focused on the rhythm. They absolutely set out to do what they wanted to do. And Laurel Korholtz, their coach, I mean, that has been coming for so long in terms of the Americans in this quad sculls event, which has been dominated by other countries. Shot there of Tracy Isa. She's just on the right of the picture, rode in the 2-seat from New Jersey. And so focused, so determination, and it's kind of interesting, isn't it, that they say this regatta doesn't respect reputations. And well, they just relaxed. They crossed the line. They'd heard the buzzer. And
if you're going to catch a crab, that's the time to do it, at no other stage. So That's the point when it doesn't matter, and here's why. United States win the gold medal. World champions now in 2015 for the women's quadruple sculls, ahead of Germany for second and silver.